Welcome to CABE Whittier Podcast. Again, in the book signing from Leticia Cervantes. And today we have a special guest here. Please introduce for yourself.
My name is Diana Estrada, and I'm a CABE member for the last 34 years.
Wow.
So I've been in the classroom, in the trenches, loving every day, every year, every decade, since it's been 34 years.
Oh, wow. I imagine you'll be part of a different conference, right? The CABE conference.
Yeah.
You participate in that?
Yes, and I would like to say, I'm not sure if CABE was around. When was the first year that, I'm just curious, did it start? In the 70s, the 80s?
CABE now is around 47 years or 49.
Okay.
49.
And the reason I say that, is I am the product of one of the very first bilingual programs in 71, 72, 73. So I started off my elementary school years in a bilingual program.
Oh, wow.
So to be able to go back and teach and,
you have a lot of experience,
yeah,
right?
As a student and as a teacher.
And I imagine you promote the dual immersion programs too.
Yes, I would say for the first 17 years of my career, it was a bilingual setting.
It's important, the bilingual education.
Unfortunately, though, we know with attacks on bilingual ed, I'm now same district, but at my school, people have to choose. If they want dual immersion, they go to one school. And if they come to my school, then it's all English. So
yeah, but now, fortunately, you know, we have this organization.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Advocate for the multilingual education, for promote the dual immersion programs. We are so happy and we are so proud to be part of CABE.
I am too.
Yeah.
Thanks for the hard work you do.
I know, thank you. And this time, we are so proud too because we have the opportunity to know Leticia, and we would like you share a little bit about Leticia, how you met Leticia.
Well, I met Leticia actually through the public schools. I was 12 years old, and I heard music, and so I was walking by the auditorium, and it was music that was familiar to me from home, and it was a huapango, something like that, and I looked in, and there was this tall. Again, I'm taking you back, a 12-year-old, and she was tall and strong, and literally it was almost like a movie or like a dream, and like an Amazon kind of, and she was dancing and she was doing her zapateado, and I fell in love. I thought, I want to be her. I don't want to take classes from her. I didn't think any of that. I thought, I want to be her. And now as an adult and as an educator, I think, wow, emulating, modeling. That's what so really she immediately was a role model for me and a teacher. But what she did mostly, I would say, because I've taught so long and I've gone to school to be an educator, I can't separate it. So now when I look back, I look at it through the lens of a teacher. And I realized what she did. She provided a platform for me to take risk on myself. And, when you do that, what happens? You learn. And but you take risks where you set up for success. Right? Yeah. So, and she provided that for me. I don't know if she knew that that's what she was doing because she was only 19 years old. Oh. Yeah. But, so she was my mentor. She was my dance teacher. She was my friend. And then within a few years, she became my godmother. So, that's how I met her. Wow. And we've been, in a relationship.
Wow. And when you get this book, Muñecas, what is the first impression you did?
Well, I have to tell you, because I am close to her and knew her at writing the book, when it was actually in print and I could hold it, I had already read many of the manuscripts prior. So it was not new. Of course, it was edited and, that type of stuff. But it was really, she's mentioned this herself. So it was like, she felt like having a baby, like giving birth. And I felt like I was one of the tias right there, with the baby, right? So tremendous pride. And just almost like finally, because I knew it was going to happen. It was just, but also too, I really, really feel this, and I've shared this with her too, that artists are going to create their art no matter what. So the fact that she was writing, I am so proud of her that she's published, don't get me wrong, and I'm very excited that she published more. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, think of the greats. Think of Van Gogh. He died and no one ever recognized him. It does nothing. In no way does it diminish. So with that, do I want her to continue publishing? Yes, if she chooses to, and I'm sure she will. But I wasn't surprised, because writers write, and that's what she did all the time. And one of the stories that she has shared with other people is, yes, I witnessed it. She'd have an argument with her husband, and she'd say, "Do you have a napkin?" And then she'd write something out, and it'd be a funny poem. I mean, quick. So that talent, or something tender would happen with one of her kids, and do you have a notepad? And it would just come out of her, and she'd write a quick little short story about.
Artist, right?
Yeah. So whether it was poetry or a short story, or in this case an actual memoir, I'm not surprised. At all. She writes. That's what she does.
And you speaking English. What do you think? Muñecas. The title is in Spanish.
But the fact is, yes, I'm an English speaker, but I'm also a Spanish speaker. So for me, I didn't have a problem at all with the title. Yeah.
Okay. So. And I have one more question for you. Would you like to share something? Your favorite part of the book with our audience?
You know what? Corner. Because I actually don't have a favorite part. I think it flows so well, and the fact that, from one chapter to another, that's what I was telling her. I think that the best part, I think, of the book, if you were to ask me in that way, is that she does not even invite, she compels the reader. And I that's so intimate and so brave, I feel, for a person to do, to open up and be so vulnerable. That was my favorite part, her vulnerability throughout the book.
Did you recommend the book?
I would absolutely recommend it. And as a matter of fact, it's November. And I just shared with my dear friend that I'm going to go buy a bunch of copies, and that's what everyone's getting for Christmas.
Good idea. So, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
For being part of our organization, CABE.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.